volunteer opportunity in Parent Booker. First of all, we'll go from the home page. You click on Volunteer Opportunities. This will take you to a page where you can see all the opportunities that have been set up. If you're an administrator, you'll see all opportunities. If you're a parent coordinator, you'll see just a list of the opportunities that you have created. Here we're going to create a new opportunity, so click the Create Opportunity button at the bottom of the page. Next, name your opportunity. Use a name that's clear and obvious to parents what it means. So I'm going to ask for auction setup. So I need some volunteers to set up the school auction. The event itself, I have 3 choices for the type of event, and this helps me set up on the next screen how many volunteers I need, and are they needed at different times or the same time. Here I need just people for a single event with tasks at the same time. I'd click this first radio button. However, for more complex events where I need parents at different times, for instance a fun fair or an auction where I need people to be staffing at the beginning of the day, middle of the day and the end of the day, I can choose a single event with the tasks at different times. This setting is also very good if you're doing parent-teacher conferences because you can set up all the slots, and those slots can be, say, every 20 minutes, and they can span different days. And lastly, you could choose a recurring event. Recurring events are events like yard duty or classroom helpers, where you have an event that occurs perhaps every Monday, Thursday and Friday that's a school day. So the system with recurring events makes it very easy. You can just state the days of the week that the event occurs and say it only occurs on school days. And the system will automatically create events on all those appropriate days because the system knows your school's calendar. This makes it much less time consuming compared to other systems where you might have to create every individual event. And if that's events that occur every school day, that could be 150 or more events that you have to set up. So in this again, I'm going to choose single event with tasks at different times. That's probably the most complex of the 3 settings and gives me lots more flexibility. For location, this is going to be shown on the description screen that volunteers see when they log in to see the event. And it's also going to be included in the emails that are sent out. Next, description. Here I'm going to basically tell people about the event, but it's also important to cover what to do if the parent cannot show up at the event. Maybe they want to pull out. If you have particular rules or instructions you want to provide, put them in this description field. So I'm going to say the auction needs people to help set up. If you need to pull out at late notice, please contact me at this address. Next, document or flyer URL. So sometimes the information you want to put in the description is not enough. You need to put in maybe a page or several pages of information about your event. So you could here you can link to a page or an internet site or a Google document by just putting the URL into this field. You don't have to use it, this is quite optional. The link text, this is how the link will be presented to users. So they'll basically see the link using the text you enter here, and the actual URL it points to is in the previous field. Credit parent hours. This is where you can set if the system should automatically add the hours served from this event to the parent service hours record. Now I know there are some schools that won't be doing service hours, and if you're one of those schools, this particular section will not appear. But for those that do, you can basically choose yes, when the event has occurred, automatically add those hours to all the parents who have signed up service record. Also, you may have situations where you want to say, well, I only want to add those hours if I approve them. And this means that after the event has occurred, an approve link will appear on the roster, on the sign-up roster, so that the coordinator or administrator, such as yourself, may approve those hours. And only then will they be added to the parent service hour log. Next, notify me. This is great because it gives you visibility. So every time someone signs up for the event, you'll receive an email. And likewise, You'll receive an email if they withdraw. These emails are sent almost instantaneously. Email reminders. So sometimes it's important to ensure parents show up for volunteer events. Here you can choose whether you want to send a reminder and the number of days before the event that the reminder will be sent. And that reminder will be branded using your school's banner image, and it will contain a reminder saying the parent is serving this duty at these particular times, and contains the information you've added above, such as the description, the location, and that link to that flyer. Prevent parents withdrawing. This is useful if you have an event such as yard duty or classroom helper, where you don't want to have a situation where someone pulls out at the last minute and leaves you in the lurch. Here what you can do is say, I want to prevent the parent withdrawing. They can't do it within, say, 5 days of the event. And what will happen then is on the event roster, normally there will be a remove button or withdraw link, and that won't appear for events that are less than 5 days out, based on this setting. Security checks. So many schools have regulations where if you're a volunteer and you're doing volunteering with the children, you must have a tuberculosis check on record, or you may need to have a background check. So you can check these boxes, and if these are set for an opportunity, the opportunity is still displayed to users, but if they try to sign up and they do not have these checks recorded in the system will just inform them that the school does not have those required checks on record, and that they should contact the school administrator or the support contact that you've specified. This is specified on the admin settings screen. So using these checkboxes, you can specify and ensure that only volunteers that have these required background or TB checks can sign up for an opportunity. Finally, volunteer targeting. This is where you can ensure that the opportunity you set up is targeted to particular classroom parents with children in particular classes, or parents that are member of specific groups that you've set up. So you might have things here like men's club, you might have Eucharistic ministers, for instance. Any type of group of parents within the school here can be set up in the system, and then you can target them. So here I'm going to target Muggles. I could easily have just targeted all parents, so I just click select all parents and check all the boxes. It will deduplicate, by the way, and the system does know when sending emails out, if a parent belongs to multiple groups, they have children in several classes, it won't send multiple emails to those parents. Here, so I'm just going to click Muggles and then progress on to the next screen. Now I can set up the individual tasks or roles. Remember, I'm setting up an auction, so I want perhaps booth setup, and I need 3 people for that. And this is on, say, March the 15th. And I need them from 10 o'clock in the morning till midday. Now I can add a next task and say I need people to set up tables. I need 5 people to do this. But this will set the number of people who can sign up at that point. Once 5 people have signed up, no more people can sign up for this particular task. I can set a very different time, so I'll set this from noon to 2 p.m. And then I can put cashiers. We need 3 people to help with the cashiering on the actual event day at 8 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock in the evening. And then we can have checkout. We can have 3 people helping in checkout. And that might be at the end of the night, for instance, 10 until 11 p.m. So finally we get to this screen where you can choose, if you so want, to send out an email to all those parents that you targeted. Now the email is going to go from your address that's set up when you created your login, and you can change the actual from name here. Just maybe it says from you and your wife. You could change it to say just from yourself, because it will pre-populate with your name here. You can see here it's already filled in the name of the school and the name of the event, but you can change this. So I'm going to say some additional text here, and here it's got a message body. Now one of the great things here is Parent Booker is going to automatically add at the top of the message the first names of the parents that it's being sent to. So it might say Dear John and Mary at the top of this message body. And at the end of the message, it's going to add a link saying find out more. And that link will take users after they log in straight to the screen where they can sign up. Now you might want to just see if this is looking good when you email it. You can click send test email. And that will send you an email that you can preview. That's very quickly sent out to your email address. And you can see that email has now been sent to me to review. If I think this is good, I can hit send email and save the event. And that will save the event in the database and send out the emails. And it will also publish the opportunity so people can start signing up for it. It will appear on the Hogwarts School here homepage. I'm going to choose save but don't send email because I just want to publish this event. And it's now completed. Now if I was a member of that particular group, I would see that volunteer event applies to. I would see the volunteer event listed here and I'd be able to click on it and view the details so I could sign up. So that's how easy it is to set up a volunteer opportunity in Parent Booker.